Age is more than just a number. It's a story, an accumulation of choices and experiences, and crucially, a reflection of how we treat our bodies through life. As we journey beyond the milestone of 60, our needs shift. The foods that once nourished us may no longer serve us in quite the same way. Our bodies adapt. They become more sensitive, our metabolism slows, and our digestive systems sometimes grow finicky, requiring us to be much more mindful about what we eat. Yet this stage of life is not about restriction. It's about empowerment and the freedom to choose what serves us best. Too often, aging is mistakenly viewed as a gradual decline. But the truth is, with the right attention to diet, seniors can fuel the vitality, energy, and resilience needed to thrive well into later years. This chapter can be robust. It can be a celebration of wellness, fueled by smart food choices that elevate quality of life, making every day richer, brighter, and more enjoyable. To support this journey, I challenge myself to try the 5 best foods for seniors after age 60. Foods that research consistently highlights as contributors to long, healthy, and fulfilling lives. Let's explore why these foods matter, how they benefit our bodies, and what real change might look like when we make them a regular part of our diets. Let's begin with leafy greens, spinach, kale, collards, and more. These unassuming vegetables are nutritional powerhouses. As we age, our ability to absorb certain nutrients can decline, so it's more important than ever to make every bite count. Leafy greens are rich in vitamins A, C, and K, each of which plays a vital role in our health. Vitamin A maintains the integrity of our skin and mucous membranes, which are our first line of defense against infections. Vitamin C is a mighty antioxidant, soothing inflammation and supporting the immune system. Vitamin K is crucial for bone health and helps to maintain proper blood clotting, especially important for older adults who are at greater risk of osteoporosis and bruising. The minerals found in these greens, calcium, iron, magnesium, are also critical for nerve function, muscle contraction, and maintaining strong bones. More than just their nutrient content, leafy greens are soft, easy to chew, and incredibly versatile. Whether you blend kale into a smoothie, saute spinach with garlic, or stir a handful of collards into a hearty soup, you're giving your body a vibrant foundation to build upon. Next, let's talk about berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. For years, scientists have marveled at the way these tiny fruits punch above their weight. Berries are renowned for their rich array of antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, the compounds that give them their vibrant color. Antioxidants are your armor against aging, shielding your cells from damage caused by free radicals, the unstable molecules generated by stress, pollution, and even normal metabolism. In seniors, high antioxidant intake is associated with a reduced risk of heart disease, certain cancers, and cognitive decline. Berries are also loaded with fiber, which so many seniors struggle to get enough of. Adequate fiber eases digestion, reduces cholesterol, and helps maintain steady blood sugar levels, benefits that are especially important for those managing diabetes or heart health. The natural sweetness of berries can also satisfy a craving for dessert, steering you away from processed sweets that might spike your blood sugar. Third on the list are nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, chia, flax, and others. These little powerhouses provide a generous supply of healthy fats, especially omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which are critical for heart health. They also offer protein, which is vital for maintaining muscle mass as we age. It's all too common for seniors to lose muscle tone over time, which can impact balance, mobility, and overall independence. Incorporating nuts and seeds into meals and snacks is a flavorful, convenient way to support muscle maintenance and keep the body strong. Walnuts, for example, are particularly high in plant-based omega-3s, which have been shown to lower inflammation, key to managing arthritis and joint pain. The vitamin E found in almonds and sunflower seeds is another antioxidant boon, supporting skin health and fostering resilience against the environmental stressors that our skin faces every day. And for those with sensitive digestion, ground flaxseed or chia seeds can be added to oatmeal or yogurt, providing gentle roughage and helping to keep things moving smoothly through the digestive tract. Fourth, we come to fatty fish like salmon, tuna, mackerel, and sardines. If there is a standout food for the senior years, it might just be fatty fish. These seafood stars are rich in long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These compounds are game changers when it comes to reducing inflammation, which underpins so many chronic conditions as we age: arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and even Alzheimer's. Multiple studies have demonstrated that regular consumption of fatty fish is associated with improved cognitive function, a lower incidence of depression, and a reduced risk of memory decline. That's why so many seniors who add salmon or tuna to their weekly routine notice an improvement, not just in their physical health, but in their mental clarity and mood as well. Fatty fish also provides vitamin D and B12, nutrients that become harder to absorb and maintain as we get older. Vitamin D supports immunity and bone strength, while B12 is vital for energy and neurological function. Both deficiencies are common in the senior population, so including fish in your diet can be a tasty, effective way to safeguard against these gaps. Let's not overlook sweet potatoes, our fifth star. Underneath their familiar orange skin is a wealth of nutrients, especially vitamin A in the form of beta-carotene, which supports healthy vision, immune defense, and skin integrity. Sweet potatoes also boast potassium, which helps manage blood pressure, and complex carbohydrates, which provide gentle, sustained energy. Unlike refined white potatoes, sweet potatoes offer the benefit of fiber, which slows digestion and prevents spikes in blood sugar, making them suitable for seniors managing diabetes or metabolic syndrome. Their naturally soft texture after cooking also makes them easy to chew and swallow, perfect for anyone with dental concerns or challenges with softer foods. In bringing these 5 foods into everyday meals, the transformation becomes a lived experience. I noticed the difference myself after just a few weeks. Incorporating a spinach and berry smoothie in the morning provides a burst of color and an energizing start. An afternoon snack of walnuts keeps my mind sharp until dinner. A dinner of baked salmon with roasted sweet potatoes and sautéed greens feels as rejuvenating as it is filling. But perhaps even more powerful than my personal experience are the stories from others. My friend Margaret, for example, spent years struggling with joint pain that made gardening, a long-time passion, unbearable. Upon a recommendation, she began eating salmon twice a week, carefully preparing it with olive oil and fresh herbs. Within months, the stiffness began to subside, and she was back in her garden, tending to her tomatoes and roses. The improvement in her mood was obvious. She laughed more easily, her energy was brighter, and she felt truly herself again. Margaret isn't alone. Countless others around 60 and beyond have found a new lease on life by nourishing their bodies with these foods. The profound impact of a well-chosen diet doesn't stop at physical health. Many seniors report feeling better emotionally, socially, and even spiritually when they commit to foods that are as good for the soul as they are for the body. Choosing these foods can encourage new routines, gathering with friends for a berry-rich breakfast, sharing a nut and seed trail mix on a neighborhood walk, or swapping recipes for omega-3 packed fish dishes. Food becomes not just fuel, but a celebration, a way to connect, to share, to create joy. If you're ready to try these changes, it can help to start with small steps. Perhaps you try a handful of raw spinach mixed into your morning eggs, or top your cereal with fresh berries. Keep raw almonds or walnuts in a small bowl within reach for a quick snack. Experiment with simple recipes for salmon or sardines, grilled, baked, or served over a salad. And once or twice a week, swap out white potatoes for sweet potatoes, roasting them with a touch of olive oil and a sprinkle of cinnamon for a delicious side dish. It's normal to encounter challenges. Maybe you're unaccustomed to cooking fish, or worried about nut allergies. Perhaps you're unsure how to prepare kale in a way that's tender and tasty. The journey to healthier eating doesn't have to be lonely or overwhelming. Seeking support, whether from friends, family, nutritionists, or community centers, can make the process enjoyable and deeply rewarding. It's also important to remember that every senior's needs are unique. Some may need to adjust for medical conditions, reducing sodium intake for blood pressure, managing carbohydrates for diabetes, or opting for calcium-rich greens if dairy is off the table. The 5 foods I championed are starting points, rich in nutrients and flavor, but the best diet is a personalized one. Always consult with a healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have medical conditions, or take prescription medicine that may affect how your body processes certain nutrients. Over time, these mindful choices accumulate. Energy returns, digestion improves, joints ache less, mind and memory sharpen. You may find a renewed sense of control over your health, or discover simple moments of delight in preparing and enjoying nourishing meals. The goal is never perfection, but progress. A shift toward foods that give back, bit by bit, every day. To all seniors, I encourage you, listen to your body. Savor the foods that make you feel alive, that strengthen you from the inside out. Don't be afraid to try something new. Even one small change can set you on the path to a longer, healthier, more joyful life. Food is one of the great pleasures of living, a daily act of self-care and celebration. And remember, everyone's journey is different. If there's a healthy food that has made a difference in your life, share your experience with others. Until we come together as a community, supporting each other and sharing wisdom, the path to long-lasting health becomes not only easier, but much more meaningful. Be kind to yourself as you age. Choose foods that honor your body and spirit. Experiment with leafy greens. Enjoy the sweet, tart flavor of fresh berries. Nibble on a handful of nuts and seeds. Savor the satisfaction of a well-cooked salmon, and relish the vibrant color and taste of roasted sweet potatoes. Make your plate a canvas for health, vitality, and joy. May your food always be nourishing, your body resilient, and your years ahead as long and rich as you deserve. Remember, age is not just a number, it's a story, and you get to write every delicious chapter, one meal at a time.